So the Kamloops Indian Band claimed, and this is the other annoying thing that people like Sean Carlton do, is they say that, oh, the band never made this claim. They were very careful. And it was the media that lost its mind about this. This is not true. The Kamloops Indian Band, Roseanne Casimir, in July 2021, in front of, I believe it was the Assembly of First Nations, made a motion about a mass grave being found at Kamloops and having this, this being evidence of genocide. She did it again in September 2021. They did this petition, which they sent to Prime Minister Trudeau in October 2021 about, the unmarked graves of children. So they've done it over and over and over again. Ted Godfredson as late as September 2024. So Sean Carlton, this is nonsense. Knock it off. He's trying to shift the frame to pretend that the band never made any such claims. They did make the claims. So they made the claims. They got $12.1 million to excavate, to find out about this. They haven't done it. It's got nothing to do with COVID, because it was in 2022 when Manny Jules and Ted Godfredson said that the family heads had agreed that exhumations would be done. And in order to have exhumations, you have to do excavations. We can't have exhumations as an open question because we don't know if there's bodies there. So we need to find that out. So this again and again and again. And then Sean Carlton, I believe it was last year, he shifted his perspective again to say that there had been deaths at Kamloops. Everyone knows there's deaths at the Kamloops Indian Residential School. So Nina Green and Jacques Rillard, in a Dorchester Review article in 2022, so very early on, I think that was in February 2022, or it might have been even in January, Rillard, based on Nina Green's research, documented what the situation is at Kamloops, which is we have 49 names of children who supposedly died at the Kamloops Indian Residential School from the Truth and Reconciliation, it's the National Center for Truth and Reconciliation. 25 of those children we have did not die at the school. So they died in hospital. They died on their reserves because of accidents, and they had some association with the Kamloops Indian Residential School because they might have just been there, but they didn't actually die at the school. And the ones in hospital died from various diseases. There are outstanding some death certificates. We're waiting on death certificates for, I think it's about 15 of these children. And that there's nothing nefarious about this. It's because you have to be a family member and apply to vital statistics to get that information. The other death certificates are a matter of public record, but some of them we're still trying to get those death certificates. But there's no hint of any murders or foul play or anything. And with the ones that we have death certificates for, we have the cemeteries where they're buried.
Right.
There's no mystery as to where they're buried. And that's the other kind of, it's probably intentional that they're making these confusions. People like Kimberly Murray, who's the special interlocutor, she has said in a committee in 2023, there are no missing children. They're buried in cemeteries.
Yes.
So what we have is cases like Romeo Saganash, who's the partner of Leah Gazan, who's also an MP, or he was an MP. I think he's no longer an MP. His brother died at a residential school, Moose Factory, because I believe of some disease, of a disease, and was buried at the cemetery there. No one knew in the family where precisely he was buried. So he's in the cemetery.